Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? Merry New Year, in the great words of Eddie Murphy. Merry New Year, everybody. So we're gonna start the year out with some classic BS. Oh man. Oh, today was a good roller coaster. I thoroughly enjoyed this display of how shall we say? How shall we say? Treacherous bullshit to start off with. We'll start with that. Oh man. So I see we got a couple hundred of you watching. That's wonderful. We got 543 people watching, but only 215 likes. You already know YouTube algorithm does not really like independent journalists. So every like helps, every comment helps. Let's get those numbers up, people. All right. Anyway, let's jump right into it. So before I get to the main topic, which you've seen in the title, before I get to that, there's something else we need to talk about first. Just let me make sure we're recording over here because hold on. Man's lacking on space. All right. Very good. So there we go. Wonderful. Right. So tomorrow morning, the Julian Assange extradition hearing will conclude. We'll get a verdict from the UK judge, Vanessa Baretzer. Right. So I was covering the extradition hearing back in September, October. I was at the Old Bailey in London. You can go watch all the reporting I did. It's in a playlist on the channel. Okay, so I mean, I covered every single day of that hearing and went into detail about everything: the health issues, the prison conditions, the spying, the legal nonsense that they're trying to play, all of it. Tomorrow morning, we finally get a verdict. Now, before you get your hopes up, even if the judge rules in favor of Assange, meaning even if she throws out the extradition request, okay, it doesn't mean that Julian Assange walks free tomorrow morning, because even if he'd get that win, even if Assange would get that win, you can be sure that the United States is going to appeal it. Okay, so either way, whatever happens tomorrow morning, it's going to go to appeals. And Christ, man, that is a lengthy process. I mean, if you look at just the case of Gary McKinnon, right? Lots of parallels you can draw there, right? Because he's also in the UK. The US also tried to extradite him. We're chasing him for like 10 years. He also has Asperger's, and man, if you read the interview that I did with him, which is via email. So I posted it on my website because it was via email. I asked him, like, did you feel your trial was political in some way? Because he took it to the High Court. It went to the Supreme Court, I think, refused to look at it, if I recall correctly. The European Court of Human Rights. I mean, everyone turned him away, basically. Okay. Home Secretary, they all turned him away. And once again, this was an extremely lengthy process. So no matter what happens tomorrow morning, unfortunately, you can be sure that they're going to keep Julian Assange on remand or remand, however you'd like to pronounce it, boy. Okay? Yeah, and that's the issue, man. This goes back to the root issue. Why is a journalist being held in Belmarsh prison? This is a Category A maximum security prison where they put, Al-Qaeda figures and the worst of the worst. He's a journalist. I mean, like, even if hypothetically he's guilty of everything you're saying, what's he doing in that prison? He's a journalist. He's harmless. Like, if they let out people from Al-Qaeda on house arrest from that exact same jail, right? Not just Abu Qattada, other ones too. So those people are clearly a danger to society. I mean, no brainer. And yet they were allowed out on house arrest. And meanwhile, Julian Assange, he's freezing. They won't even let him have his winter clothes, right? The heating is on, but I mean, it doesn't really do much. If the guy's having to plug the draft, the cold wind coming into his cell with books, yeah. I mean, this is absurd, right? I mean, even if you want to play devil's advocate and you want to claim that he's guilty of everything, what are these prison conditions? How are you justifying that? You can't. He shouldn't be there in the first place. That's number one. You know, because even if he was in house arrest, which it would still be wrong because he didn't do anything illegal. He didn't break a crime. He didn't break a law. He didn't commit a crime, whether it's in U.S. law. He didn't, he doesn't magically lose First Amendment rights because he's not American. Wasn't even in the U.S. I mean, there's so many. We've gone down this rabbit hole many times. There's so many holes in this story. So anyway, the whole thing is a sham. It's a show trial. It's disgusting. And, you know, they're going after him because he pulled out the U.S. dirty laundry in public. That's what it is, right? He threatens U.S. hegemony, exposed their human rights abuses, their war crimes, all of it. That's why. He actually break a law. He commit a crime. This is nonsense. And the fact that he has to stay in jail, right? Even if tomorrow morning, the judge rules in his favor. I mean, this is inhumane. This is ridiculous. And you know, we have these countries like the UK and the US claiming they're liberal democracies and champions of human rights and all of this nonsense. Really? So anyway, I just want to say, don't get your hopes up too much. I've been granted access to the trial. So I'll be attending it tomorrow morning, remotely via video. Okay, so I can't show you anything. That's not allowed. But I will be live tweeting on Twitter. Okay, so if you don't follow me, go over here. Very simple. That's my profile. Okay, at Richard Medhurst. There you go. That's my handle. So I'll be live tweeting when they give out the verdict, and then of course I'll come back here and report via video. Okay, so yeah, I'm hearing, again, I don't know if this is true, I'm hearing that it's not going to be very long. Wouldn't be surprised either. But yeah, so I'll have access to the trial tomorrow, and I'll be reporting on what happens, and then coming here and doing more coverage with you guys. But I can guarantee you, you won't see anyone from the New York Times. You won't see anyone from the Young Turks. You won't see anyone from Majority Report. You won't see anyone of these progressives, and definitely no one from mainstream media reporting on this trial. How do I know this? Because I was there and there was no one. I mean, it's pathetic, right? Nothing, not a word from any of these progressives in Congress, not a word from these progressive media outlets, right, who have millions of dollars in budgets, and nothing. Shh. Yeah. When it comes to that, oh no, now they're not progressive anymore. Now they're aligned with, fucking United States empire. Well done. So anyway, I just wanted to give you that update, and make sure you're following on Twitter tomorrow. It's at 10 a.m. It's 10 a.m. UK time. Okay, so if you're in New York, that's going to be -5 hours. It'll be 5 a.m. for you. Yes, it's quite early. You can imagine why Kevin has to get up super early in the morning. Is hell for him. And in LA, that's going to be even earlier. But regardless, we'll be back here on the channel with a video report. Okay, so 10 a.m. British time, GMT. That's when it starts. And we'll know what happens tomorrow when we go from there. There you go. So let's get to the let's get to this latest round of BS, man. Christ. Hold on, I'm just saving this picture of Assange here. I like this picture. He looks good here. Okay, so I'm gonna use that for later. And oh man, this is really fun. So Nancy Pelosi has just been voted again Speaker of the House. Yes. 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 And thanks to whom? Well, none other than the fraud squad, of course, right? None other than the fraud squad. So let's take a look at this, okay? Are you ready for the roller coaster? This is quite eventful. It just happened, just occurred right now, right? It just happened. So you can see here, 216 votes, right? Let me show you the video when the House erupted in applause for Madam Pelosi. Yeah, let's take a look at that.
The tellers agree in their tallies that the total number of votes cast is 427, of which the Honorable Nancy Pelosi of the state of California has received 216.
Wow. Wow, it's a war criminal party. Wow.
The Honorable Kevin McCarthy of the state of California has received 209.
Did you catch that? 216 for Nancy Pelosi, 209 for McCarthy. Now, someone who's good at math, calculate that difference for me. If I'm not mistaken, that's 7 votes, right? 216, 209. That's a razor thin margin. Razor thin. Easily, I mean, easily you could have snatched the speakership from Pelosi. And, you know, not just to burn it all down, albeit I wouldn't blame you, but to demand something in exchange, yes, right? Would be nice. Maybe that's how you should play politics, no? Like forcing the vote for Medicare for all? This big debate that's been going on? Yeah? Razor thin margin. We knew it's going to be a razor thin margin. So let's take a look at how everybody voted. Are you ready? Oh, this is good. This is good. So, you know, I was sitting here and they did the whole roll call. So let me just explain how the process works for you. Okay? They voted in groups of 72. I don't know, there's some house rule apparently. I don't know what it is, but they go through the list of Congress people, 72 names at a time. Okay? They don't do all 435 at once. So they call your name, right? Ocasio-Cortez. Who do you vote for? Okay. Pelosi, McCarthy, whatever, write it down. So they go through the whole thing, right? And I'm sitting there and I'm waiting because, you know, I want to see how the progressives are voting, right? It's important to know this because, you know, they didn't ask for anything in exchange. So did the pressure work? What's going on here? Okay. First one, Bowman. Jamal Bowman. You know who Jamal Bowman is? I'm sure you know who he is because I covered him before. He's, you know, a Zionist hack, essentially. We've done a few videos on him. I wanted to do another one on his latest thing, but I have a huge migraine, so we'll leave that for after. But look, that's Jamal Bowman, right? I am in full support of Israel. That's him, right? This new so-called progressive. All right. Yeah, he votes for Pelosi. That's his first fucking day on the job, not his first vote. He just got sworn in. And the first thing he does is he goes and votes for Pelosi. What? Yo, that's the first thing he does. Not the first fucking thing. This is his first day on the job. Pelosi. Well done. Well done. Okay. Then we have Cori Bush, right? They call her name, Bush. And my brain all of a sudden thought about George Bush, you know, yeah. It's I think we're all still a little traumatized from George Bush. She calls her name again, Bush, silence. And everyone's like, oh my God, Cori Bush she didn't fold. Cori Bush stood her ground. And you know why this is important, right? Because Jamal Bowman just got into Congress. It's his first day at work. Cori Bush as well. She just got voted in, right? These are the two newcomers to the squad, right? These are the new progressives. So it's very important to see what they're going to do on their first day. Moreover, Well, I'll get to that video in a second featuring Bush and Bowman. But Bush, nothing. We didn't hear nothing. She didn't say present, and there's just silence. And everyone's like, oh, yes, she's so brave. She did it. Okay, so we keep going down the list. And you know this is a long-ass list, hundreds of names. And then we finally get to Ocasio-Cortez. Oh, by the way, of course, Ro Khanna. You probably expected that Ro Khanna voted for Pelosi. And also Jayapal, right? So that's a very interesting vote, Jayapal, for her to vote for Nancy Pelosi, because she's the author of the Medicare for All bill in the House, right? Bernie Sanders is the author of the Medicare for All legislation in the Senate. And she's the author of the same legislation in the House, right? Of the House version. So you would think that out of all the people, she would really put her foot down on this, because she is the author of Medicare for All. And Nancy Pelosi refuses to bring that to a vote on the House floor. No. Jayapal, Pelosi, Ro Khanna, same thing, right? All the so-called progressives. There we go. So, hold on. Where were we at, man? It's such a roller coaster. Here we go. So we finally get to Ocasio-Cortez, okay? We finally get to Ocasio-Cortez. What's going to happen, man? Is she going to fold? Let's listen.
Ocasio-Cortez. Ocasio-Cortez. Omar. Pelosi.
Ah! Oh, just, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. So you saw when they don't hear a response, they call your name twice. So we heard nothing from AOC and Bush, right? Cori Bush, AOC, we heard nothing when they first called their names. Wow. It looks like that pressure worked, maybe. Who knows? But Ilhan Omar and Ayanna Pressley, they go and vote for Nancy Pelosi. Man, what is that? What is that? But no, this was not the end of the show. They got to Rashida Tlaib. Rashida Tlaib also voted for Nancy Pelosi. Yeah. And then it just so happens at the very end, they did a recount, right? So I don't know where Cori Bush and AOC were. Maybe they were in the ladies' room. Maybe they were having brunch with Nancy Pelosi. I don't know where they were. All of a sudden they show up. And meanwhile, you keep in mind, right up until this point, everybody's like, oh my God, AOC, yes, queen. See, she didn't vote. The pressure worked. I hate to burst your bubble. But when they did the second count, this is what happened. You ready?
Ocasio-Cortez. Pelosi.
Oh. She fell in line just like a fucking duck. All of them. And mind you, we're at the letter O now, Ocasio-Cortez. So while they're doing the second count, they'd already called Cori Bush's name again, and she voted for Pelosi as well. Every single one of these fucking progressives voted for Pelosi. All of them. There are more corporate Democrats who voted against Pelosi today than progressives. And for the most ridiculous reasons. I can't even remember this dude's name. He's saying something about wanting more more representation from the Midwest. I don't even know who that was. It wasn't even policy based. It wasn't even something, like I want some Medicare for all. I want healthcare in exchange for my vote for Pelosi. No, it's just all of them. Jamal Bowman and Cori Bush. Yeah? The squad, Ilhan Omar, AOC, Ayanna Pressley, Rashida Tlaib, and Ro Khanna and Jayapal. Wow. I mean, oh, and of course, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Barbara Lee as well. Well done. Well done. They fucked you. Oh, they fucked you, man. They fucked you so good. I mean, just the names that I listed to you now. That was 7 or more, was it not? Yes? 7 or more names, if I'm not mistaken, they could have easily screwed Nancy Pelosi and pulled off a cutthroat mutiny, which is the whole point, right? I mean, it's a win-win situation. If you're, look, man, if you're positioning yourself as the average American, right? This is a win-win situation. Either you get a floor vote for Medicare for all from Nancy Pelosi, right? Or you taking that bitch down with you. Oh, you're not going to give it to us? Okay, fuck you. You're losing your speakership. It's a win-win. It's a win-win. Now, mind you, I think you shouldn't vote for Pelosi regardless. Even if she said, yeah, we're going to have a floor vote, whatever. I mean, you can't trust that woman, first of all. Second of all, she's a war criminal. She's laughing, eating ice cream while people are suffering in the middle of a pandemic and giving money to lobbyists and screwing you over, you know, covering for George Bush and his torture program. She knew about the waterboarding. That's who they voted for. You know, on principle alone, you should not vote for that woman. What the fuck is the difference between her and any other neocon? There's no difference. Why are you voting for her in the first place? And people are like, oh, what are you saying? You prefer McCarthy? No, they're the same shit. They're both crap. Do you not understand? Jesus Christ. So, here's the funny thing about Cori Bush and Jamal Bowman, right? Not just that they fucked you on their first day of work. Literally, the first thing they did, they got to their job and they fucked you. It's not just that. 1 week ago, this is 1 week ago, look, they were both on CNN and they were asked about who they're going to vote for, right? Or rather, whether they will vote for Nancy Pelosi as Speaker of the House. Let's watch that clip.
And real quick, before I let you both go, something looking ahead at that you're both going to have to vote on, which is the Speaker of the House, Congresswoman-elect Bush. Will you vote for Nancy Pelosi as Speaker?
What I'm going to do is make sure that the voices of the people of St. Louis are heard and that we have what we need. And so you'll find out then.
That's not a yes.
I'm working with my community. I'm working with my community.
What?
Okay. And Congressman-elect Bowman, will you vote for Nancy Pelosi as Speaker?
So you will find out when my vote is tallied, and again, organizing with our community to figure out what's best.
I'm just curious, what does that mean? When you said organizing with our community, I mean, what do you want to hear from them real quick in order to make your decision on whether Nancy Pelosi should be the Speaker?
So for me,
go ahead,
Cori.
Jamal.
No,
well,
for
real
me, go ahead.
Sorry, we're almost out of time, actually. So just.
Yeah. Okay. We get it. I'll translate it for you. All right. I'll translate it for you. What that means, organizing with my community. You know what that means? That's what that means. That means conferring with Nancy fucking Pelosi. That's what it means. Deferring to party leadership, as AOC likes to put it eloquently, right? Literally. Yeah. Here, take it away. You know what he said? You know what he said? By the way, we got 1,400 people watching. Make sure you hit the like button because of the YouTube algorithm. They don't like fucking anything except mainstream media on here. So it really helps. Thank you very much. You know what Jamal Bowman said today after he cast his vote? After he screwed you, right? Let's speak frankly with one another here. Let's speak frankly with one another. Let's not sugarcoat things. This is what he said. Okay, I'm trying to pull up his quote. So, God damn it, where is it? Here we go. Okay. Let me just zoom in for you so you can see that it's from The Hill, okay? So, this is what Bowman said. Quote, our country needs stability right now. Motherfucker, your country needs healthcare right now and some fucking money. Okay, some stimulus. Yes, that's what your country needs right now. Not these platitude bullshit. What stability? What? Maybe stop destabilizing other countries, right? Bring your fucking troops home, and then you'll have money for everything. I mean, this is platitude diarrhea over here. Our country needs stability right now. Bowman said coming off of the chamber floor after the vote. Quote, it's really important for the Democratic Party to come together and figure out not just how to govern for the 117th, but going forward for the country. What the fuck does that even mean? What does that even mean? This quote could have been said by a fucking random person in the 17th century, and I would not know what they're talking about. What does that mean? What are you talking about? Actually, there was no US in the 17th century. Let's say 19th century, whatever. This means nothing. It's platitude diarrhea. It's platitude diarrhea. Okay? That means nothing to me. Your country needs healthcare. That was the whole fucking point behind force the vote. Man, these progressives, they screwed you royally. I mean, really. When we thought that AOC had not voted or abstained from voting for Pelosi, I was still complaining, and rightfully so, because the whole point, the whole strategy that they've sold you, these progressives in Congress, is that, oh, we need to get in as many progressives as possible in office, right? We need to primary as many corporate Dems as possible. Why? So that our numbers increase, then we can have more leverage in Congress, right? That's the strategy that they keep selling you. Yeah? What's the logic behind that? They vote as a block, a cohesive unit, right? So what's the fucking point if AOC is going to vote one way and Cori Bush is going to vote one way? Remember, they didn't, but it looked like they had. And then the rest of the squad, or these new progressives, these newcomers, vote the other way. You're not voting as a cohesive block. You're fucking useless. There's no strategy here. This is a dog's dinner. What is that? But of course, I told people, look, this is why I said, this is why I said over here, when I posted the initial video, right? I said AOC appears not to vote for Pelosi, because I knew they were going to pull some fucking bullshit. I knew there's still a chance they could come back at the end and vote for her. I knew it. This is what they do all the time, man. You see this with regular votes, not just with speakership, right? They'll vote no or they'll abstain on the first round, and then suddenly at the end, when you're not paying attention anymore, they come back and vote yes. These people are useless at best. At best, they're fucking useless. But we know that's not the case, man. We know that's not the case. You want to laugh? Look at this. Look at this picture. Squad up. She posted this like 1 hour or during the vote. Like this is from just 2 hours ago, right? When they were having the speakership vote. I mean, look, man, I'm not going to lie. They look fresh as fuck. All of them, man. They look fucking awesome. But you see, that's the problem. That's the issue. They look cool. It's like a boutique. Okay. I'm enjoying the view. This is nice. This is pleasant. Where are the fucking votes? Where's the healthcare? Y'all look fresh. You look amazing. Where's the healthcare? Where is the Medicare for all? Where is the shit that you ran on? You can do both, you know. You can do both. And then Ilhan Omar says, unbought, and unbossed. Oh, man. So I had to chime in. I asked her how many gallons of designer ice cream did it take for Pelosi to get your vote? We know that Pelosi enjoys her designer ice cream. I know Jimmy had a good laugh at this, too. He had a good laugh at that. Pelosi is your boss. You're definitely bossed. All right. I mean, if these people, like every single one of these newcomers, the squad, whatever, the progressives in Congress, if they had run on, I'm going to get a PAYGO exemption passed. I'm going to vote for Nancy Pelosi to be Speaker of the House 2 times. They would have never been elected. No one would have voted for that shit. Why? Because you sound like a corporate Dem. And you don't know how to play politics. I mean, this is ridiculous. AOC has said herself, if I'm a one-term congressperson, so be it. So she understood, right? Again, we've looked at the videos. We know how she was speaking before she got elected and after she's been elected. Now we're just getting platitudes. Now we're just getting excuses. This is fucking bullshit, man. They sold you out. Fraud squad. I mean, what have I been telling you guys for like it's been almost a fucking year now. This is unbelievable. That we're still in this crisis. You cannot reform the Democratic Party, man. You can't do that. We're in a pandemic, okay? It was already bad before that, not having healthcare regardless. But even right now during the pandemic, they've shown you their true colors, right? Mask off. Fuck it, mask off. They're showing you. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. Yellow vest, man. Yellow vest. I'm telling you. Direct action. You're not going to get anything done with these chumps, man. This is, I don't care what you call it. Controlled opposition, distraction. I don't care. It doesn't matter. This is not effective. It's not working, right? This is not okay. And once again, I go back to my original point. Man, you should not be voting for Nancy Pelosi regardless. You know why? Because I do not vote for people who support fucking waterboarding. Okay? This is from the New York Times, by the way. Okay? You shouldn't be voting for someone who says, I'm not a big fan of Medicare for all, especially when you ran on Medicare for all, you know, because that makes you look like a dingus. You shouldn't be voting for someone who supports imperialism and tries to erect puppet governments in other countries and overthrow their elected leaders, right? You shouldn't be voting for someone who does this sort of shit. Right? Who thinks it's okay to kill American citizens with drones and then hide it too. Kill, frankly, anyone with drones. She didn't just mean that, but you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be voting for someone who thinks that lobbyists and dark money groups and the very scum that pollutes Washington should be getting small business money during a pandemic, right? People who make millions of dollars a year. You should not be voting for that scum regardless. Do you understand my point? I really don't think the bar is that high. It's quite low, actually. I'm making it very easy for you. Like I'm giving you a 30-second presentation on why the fuck you should get away from this, right? Not to mention, your job is to what? It's to advocate for Medicare for all. It's to advocate for the shit you ran on. Either you do that or you're useless. I don't understand what's so hard to grasp about this. By the way, Nancy Pelosi was seen fleeing the scene shortly after the vote. Oh Christ! Oh, it's so bad. It's really bad. And AOC, she also had a little statement to make. Right, this is what, an hour ago. AOC on vote for Pelosi in a time when the Republican Party is attempting an electoral coup and trying to overturn the results of our election. This is not just about being united as a party. It's about being united as people of basic respect for the rule of law. Again, platitude, diarrhea. Just. And she continues, our party should remember and prioritize the communities that delivered this house, which are poor and working class and black and brown. And we should do that by delivering material changes for working people. Yes. Yes, thank you. Can you do that? When do you plan on getting around to that? Like this decade, the next decade, when exactly? Because Nancy Pelosi's been there a few decades and she ain't doing that. So I don't know why you just voted for her again. What is this 15th dimensional chess that you were playing that you were not telling us about? Huh? Okay, you don't do force the vote. You don't want to leverage your vote for Pelosi. Okay, what's your brilliant fucking plan? I'm waiting. No, don't give me the pay-go exemption. I want something concrete. Where is it? This is what I love about the progressives, man. They are so silver-tongued, it's unbelievable. Like in the same breath that she's telling you she just fucked you and voted for Pelosi, who's not going to give you Medicare for all, who has never given you Medicare for all, who has said she does not like Medicare for all, who has been in government her whole life and she won't give you Medicare for all. In the same breath, she says, we have to work for the people, working class, black and brown communities, the people that delivered this house while I vote for Nancy Pelosi. In the same fucking breath, she lies to you and makes you clap as well. Unbelievable. I mean, the stones on these people is really something, man. I fucking told you, man. I warned you about Jamal Bowman. I told you. Cori Bush, I didn't know. I honestly, I was a bit more reserved about her. She seemed more genuine to me than the rest of them? Guess not. Wow. What is there to say? What is there to say? I mean, again, you want to go and talk about how force the vote is not a good strategy. You if you want to toe that line and be like the boutique left, the crypto neolibs over at the Young Turks, good for you. Again, I go back to my original point. Why are you voting for this scum? What is wrong with you? Why are you voting for this woman who covered up Bush's war crimes? Have you gone fucking nuts? Are you so morally bankrupt? This woman helped George Bush and Barack Obama cover up war crimes. What the fuck is wrong with you? How can you vote for a woman like that in good conscience? What is wrong with you? This is inexcusable. You're not going to convince me otherwise. Fuck you. Man, these people, they're not getting you shit. I'm telling you. All right. This is why we call them the boutique left. They're nice to look at. All right. And all they do is also look. Right. That's it. But they're not actually going to lift a finger. It's not happening. No. You don't reform the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party reforms you. And if this is their strategy of, we're going to elect more progressives who support Israel, who won't actually leverage their vote for the speaker to get substantive policies enacted, this is jerk off time. Okay, we don't need that. This is nonsense. Their whole shtick, their whole strategies, we need more people so we have more leverage. And they get more people in, and then they vote as one cohesive block to screw you. Again, 216 to 209, man. That's 7 votes difference. They could have easily shredded Nancy Pelosi. They could have ended that bitch. They could have ended her. Right? No. This is the problem when you become a careerist, when you become a career politician. Right? Because now the leverage at stake is not Nancy Pelosi's speakership. The leverage here, what's at stake, is their careers. They want to stay in Congress. They want to keep their nice Cadillac healthcare packages that they get in Congress. They like what they're doing. And they're not going to risk that because they're in the system now. They're part of that. Do you understand? And again, in the best case, these people are fucking shit at their jobs, man. Like as much slack as you want to cut them, you want to come here and tell me that they're Mother Teresa. They're just so innocent and they don't know any better. All right, fine. They're still fucking shit at their jobs. They should not be doing this. This is garbage. Okay? Do you understand that? They're garbage. This is not how you play politics, man. You need a cutthroat mutiny. You need to figuratively be like this to Pelosi, right? We are going to end your fucking speakership if you don't give us Medicare for all right now. Not tomorrow, not yesterday, now. Right now. This second. 7 votes, man. That's all it would have taken. What is that? AOC, Ayanna Pressley, right? Ilhan Omar, Rashida, Jamal Bowman, Cori Bush. Maybe we can get Lee or Kana or Jayapal, maybe, since it's her fucking bill. I think it should be Jayapal, right? It's her bill. No, they're all voting for Pelosi. Wow. Once again, man, this is the grand unmasking. The grand unmasking. The great unmasking. The great unmasking. Oh boy. You know, if incrementalism is your thing, enjoy yourself. What garbage. Seriously, I mean, I'm just fucking, I'm livid for you. I really am. So wonderful. We got 1,400 people watching, but only 1,000 likes. That's 400 people that have not smashed the like button. Please make sure you do because it helps with the algorithm. So we received a few super chats, so I'm going to read them to you. Okay. Let me just get to them one by one. If you'd be so kind, if you'd be so patient. So this one's from Mona. Okay. Thank you very much, Mona. Mona says, I'm extremely disappointed. Not surprised, but disappointed. Fuck these motherfuckers. Hey, hey, I share your sentiment. I mean, what would we do without the squad, though? Who would deliver all these promises and then not deliver if they weren't around? Oh, yeah, all the corrupt politicians. Time to burn this shit down, or like you've been saying, direct action. Electoral politics does not work. No, it doesn't. Love you, Rich, and I'm so proud of you. Keep up the great work. I love you too, Mona. Thank you so much. And look, man, I mean, you're going to have people that will say you need a mix of both. Sure, fine. But, you know, you have to start off with a good foundation. The foundation cannot be electoral politics, because where's the leverage, right? Where's the leverage? I mean, just think of this logically. If at the end of the day, the majority of people in the government, squad aside, okay? Squad aside, the majority of them, what do they listen to? Money, right? Corporate donors, special interest groups, right? If that's what they listen to, their bottom line, that's where you got to grab them by the balls, right? It's the money. And there's no general strike, there's no debt strike, there's no rent strike. You need these things. And then you can think about getting people from that movement into the government, but not the other way around, because now you got people who talk the talk, right? But once they get in, I mean, Bernie Sanders himself was talking about this. Every time they'd ask him, well, how are you going to implement Medicare for all? How are you going to get it through the Senate? How are you going to get Mitch McConnell to vote for it? Right? He'd be asked this constantly by, what's her name again? Norah O'Donnell, for example, on CBS. Everybody would ask him this. How are you going to get it through? And he would say himself, we're going to rally the people. We're going to go and protest outside Mitch McConnell's house. We're going to go and protest in his home state. All these things, right? Mass mobilization. He would say that himself. And, you know, of course, when he drops out and then rolls over for Joe Biden, all of a sudden, oh, yeah, forget about that. forget about this huge grassroots movement that I built. What a shame. The U.S. has not seen something like that for a long time, you know. Anyway, thank you, Mona. I appreciate it. And let me make sure I get through all of your super chats. So this one is from Colin. Happy New Year, Habibi. Glad to see you as always. Jackson Hinkle is in D.C. right now for a force the vote protest near the Capitol all weekend. Indeed, putting direct action into practice, as you always say. Too bad the fraud squad, or hashtag the boutique left. I fucking love that term, man. Hashtag the faux-gressives did their expected bullshit, but they showed us their true colors as a collective. Yes, they did. The thing is, people have been shitting on hashtag force the vote as it is deemed as performative. But the stunt that the squad just pulled was noteworthy of an Oscar. Fuck the squad. Fuck all Democrats. Burn this shit down. Habibi, I mean, what am I supposed to say? That was a badly choreographed performance, if I may say so, right? I mean, I don't even know what that was, because, you know, Cori Bush was missing, AOC was missing, and, you know, they just thought they could sneak in the back at the end of the vote, and then, yeah, Pelosi. Okay, let's get out of here. No one's gonna notice. They had a lot of people fooled, huh? Yeah. I was like, wait. As we say in Arabic, spor shway. Hold on a second. And then it came. Man. The axe, the knife in the back. Yeah. There it is, man. So we got a lot of super chats over here. Let me read them. Thank you very much for your generosity, for your kind generosity. And by the way, if you would like to support the show, definitely scan one of these QR codes. I made it nice and simple. Venmo, CashApp, and PayPal. Whatever's good for you. And by the way, check this out. We are almost, how far along are we now? 333? Wow. That is fascinating. Look at that. Joe Biden has almost sniffed his way to the top, man. Look at that. We're 17 members away from our goal. And of course, as you guys know, once we hit 350, it's a brand new crab dance. And I've not forgotten my promise. Okay. So once we hit 1,000 members on Patreon, God willing, when that day comes, we will make a piñata that may or may not look like Henry Kissinger. Okay, actually, we should do a vote. I'll do a vote. Like, let's pick a political figure. Would you like a Madeleine Albright or you know? But we'll do that. We'll do that when we hit 1,000, God willing. So if you'd like to support the show, please definitely go ahead, support independent journalism. patreon.com/PapiChuliman. All the links are below. Okay. I don't want to spend too much time plugging the show because again, I'm more suited to rant about politics. So there you go. By the way, more and more people are going on Rockfin, including Jimmy Dore, including Ron Placone, Graham, Combo Couch, Status Quo, everybody. We all there. So go sign up on Rockfin because there's no censorship like on YouTube and bullshit. And I'm live on there right now too. Okay. So you'll find everything on YouTube. You'll find it there too. And there's no censorship. There's no nothing. And it's really taken off. So make a free account if you want. And yeah, there you go, man. So just going back to your super chats, I just want to read them all to you. Okay. So hey, Yellow Vest America. Ovi, how you doing, brother? It says, we are done with the Democratic Party experiment today. You fucking hear me, everyone? Done. Definitely. I mean, no matter how much slack you wanted to cut these cutthroats, right? These traitors. Come on, like how many years people are going to wait? I mean, this is absurd. Like what I go back to what I said before. Even if there were no pandemic, this is unacceptable. This is unacceptable anywhere. Never mind in a so-called first world country that there's no healthcare. You know, the money is there. The resources, the infrastructure, all of it is there. We're in the year 2021. This is absurd. This is unacceptable. But the fact that they were screwing you like this during a pandemic, I mean, this goes to show that, dude, they didn't even get one concession. Like nothing. What did they ask for from Pelosi? Like one concession, goddammit. And of course, you know what you're going to hear now from the crypto neolibs? They're like, oh man, I can assure you she negotiated some shit behind the scenes, right? Because you elect people to go negotiate shit behind the scenes, right? Not like the stuff that they put on their posters, on their flyers, on their website when they were running for office and when they asked you for money and for your vote. Not that. No, it's shit behind the scenes, right? They're playing 15-dimensional fucking chess and you're too stupid to understand, right? Just Kommenfolk, boy. Just peasants. They think you're fucking stupid. This is absurd, man. Zawoldo says, reject the squad. The fraud squad. Boutique left is a good term as well. I like boutique left. I'm not going to lie. I may or may not have stolen that from Diana Johnstone. Although I think I told you the story. This is a few weeks ago. She's on RT. She's doing an interview with Chris Hedges and she said boutique activism. Okay. And I think I must have misremembered it, so to speak. And I turned it into the boutique left. I love it. It's really accurate, I'd say. Very succinct. David, thank you for the super chat. Says, Happy New Year, Richard. You are the bravest and the most honest. Thank you very much, good sir. I really appreciate that. And speaking of someone who's extremely brave and honest, again, Julian Assange, his extradition verdict is tomorrow. I don't know if you guys were here at the beginning, but I have access to the hearing. So I'm going to be attending the verdict tomorrow remotely via video. I'll be live tweeting on Twitter when the verdict is given out. And then I'll do a video report here, of course, as usual, when I was covering the trial. So, you know, definitely keep Julian in your thoughts. Pray that we get a good result. And if you want to keep up, although again, this is going to be very early in the morning for you in the States, I'll be live tweeting on Twitter. Okay. So at Richie Medhurst, you'll find at 10 a.m. GMT, 10 a.m. British time, right? GMT. I'll be tweeting what's happening in the courtroom. So let's pray for Julian. Vera says, well, it's just a sticker. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. She's reminding me to stay hydrated, right? Thank you. I don't know. They're drinking some kind of fruit tea or something. Emoji. Thank you for the sticker. I really appreciate it. And the super chat, of course. Denise Gibson says, free Assange. You know it. Trash the progressives who didn't force the vote. Man, it's not just that. But I want to raise another point here. Okay, I want to raise another point. Look at the date. It's January the 3rd. Okay. Tomorrow morning, we're getting this verdict on Julian Assange's hearing on his extradition to the U.S. where are the progressives on this, right? They come along, the progressives, and they tell you our politics are rooted in human rights. Yeah, they support Green New Deal, Medicare for all, racial equality and justice. Great, okay. So, why are you silent on this topic? It's your government. Your fucking government is trying to extradite Julian Assange, whether you like it or not. That's your government. Yeah. Why are you silent on this? They haven't even written a fucking letter. Like a measly letter or a tweet, a fucking tweet. How much does AOC tweet? How much does, pick anyone in Congress? They all tweet, right? They haven't even tweeted. Like, they're so lazy. Well, they're not lazy. They just don't want to, right? They won't even lift a finger to tweet about this. Never mind actually lobbying, campaigning, pushing for all charges to be dropped. It's your government doing that. And again, this is not just about Julian Assange, the man, the person, the human being who's being tortured. It's also about your own laws. It's about the First Amendment, right? It's also about the laws in the UK that this is a kangaroo court being run by the US. It's about the US empire just kidnapping dissenters, people who challenge US hegemony, and then just threatening them with 170 years in jail. It's about war crimes. Have you seen the video, Collateral Murder? That's just one among many examples. They've seen that shit. How can you look at that and then think, oh yeah, the people who leak this should go to jail? What the fuck? These people are frauds, man. They're fucking spineless. I don't tolerate this. I don't accept this. We've seen these same progressives, like Ilhan Omar, for example, signing a letter written by Elliot Engel, who was this top AIPAC Zionist lobby guy in Congress. He's unseated by Jamal Bowman, ironically, right? She signed this letter calling on Mike Pompeo to put sanctions on Iran. So she got time to sign shit asking for sanctions on Iran. Again, not like Mike Pompeo actually needs encouragement, but that speaks volumes because, dude, 3/4 of the Democrats, or actually not just Democrats, 3/4 of the House signed that fucking letter. There was absolutely no need for her to even sign it. Mike Pompeo would push that even if no one even wrote that letter in the first place. And she signs it nonetheless, right? She signs it nonetheless. It's like, why would you go out of your fucking way to push for an arms embargo on Iran? So you got time for that. Ilhan Omar has time for that, but she say nothing on Assange? What about Rashida Tlaib? What about AOC? What about anyone in Congress? Ro Khanna, why aren't they saying nothing on, anything about Assange? Bernie Sanders, not a word? No, this is bullshit. I don't tolerate this. That's their government doing this crap. Okay? They cannot be silent on this. It's unacceptable. Bro, I wish that was just the only issue, right? I wish that was like, if they were giving you people health care, if they were actually taking care of you, this would be half an issue, right? But it's not. It's just one among many, many, many indicators that they actually fall in line with, the groupthink of the establishment, that they are going to toe the line of, as AOC says, defer to party leadership, defer to caucus leadership on all this imperialist crap, whether it's sanctions, whether it's persecuting journalists who, expose U.S. war crimes. What's progressive about that? You're no different from a neocon. You're no different from the rest of the scum in D.C. in regards to this. No different. Your silence makes you complicit. I'm sorry. It does. Anyway, I went off on a tangent, but it's an important one, right? Nonetheless. So, Emblem Fate, good to see you, says, done with the electoralism. The squad will not help my people. Time for Pan-African organizing. The people have to help the people. Fraud squad is useless. Man, 100%. I mean, this is the funny thing, man. They put these like polar opposites of what you usually consider a stereotypical politician, right? Like an old white dude. They went out and they got young women of color, right? And put them in Congress. And it's like, great. That's awesome. Like me automatically seeing that, I gravitate towards them because I feel like we're going to understand each other on basically virtually every issue, right? And then it turns out, as time goes by, oh, actually, they're going to fall in line with all the imperialist shit. They're going to fall in line with all the neoliberal shit. Man, what is this? No. They're not going to help anyone, man. That's clear enough. Dunny Nunn, thank you for the super chat. Says, Happy New Year, brother. Not surprised at all on what happens in Congress. On another note, just watched an incredible interview with Soleimani's daughter, Zainab, right? Hopefully you can get an interview with her. Very interesting. I tried, but she's not doing too many at the moment. But yeah, I saw that interview and I was actually gonna go through with it with you guys. It's really insightful because today is the anniversary of when the U.S. assassinated General Soleimani, right? So she did this. I mean, she did several interviews. I think she did one on RT and then she did one on Mayadeen and maybe a third one. I can't remember, but yeah, I saw the RT one and that was really good. Really, really good. So we gotta look at that. Jillian, thank you for the super chat. It says they're performing careerists who literally lied their way into office, taking poor people's money, promising revolution of corporate interest Democrats, and did. I'm trying to figure out what this acronym means. Shit, fuck all, probably. When it really mattered, literally propping it up. What am I supposed to say, man? Ye shall know them by their fruit. Again, no matter how much slack you want to cut them. Okay, first time. AOC, she gets into office, just like Jamal Bowman today, and Cori Bush, she votes for AOC. She votes for Pelosi. I mean, just horrendous. Okay, how many mistakes are you willing to tolerate before you go, hold on a second, I didn't ask for this. This is crap. They're gaslighting you at this point. I don't tolerate this. 100% on point. They're performing careerists. Nizar, thank you for the super chat. It says, end the empire. Hashtag Texit. Well, we just had God, the UK's a disaster, honestly, with Brexit. But no, seriously, man, like when people were talking about Dem exit just a few months ago, no, I mean, this is really the last straw. Like, I don't know how anyone can look at this and defend the shit. I really don't. And you have all these people trying to make it about Jimmy Dore, right? Oh, Christ. Yeah, we're going to be here all fucking night. You know that? I have a splitting migraine. I was like, I'm going to keep this short. We're going to be here all night. There's so much to talk about. There really is. Pancho, thank you, says, I believe AOC first vote on her job was also a vote on Pelosi for Speaker of the House. Yes, it was, because based on the timeline of how they get sworn in, it's kind of funny. It's like a blooding ritual or whatever they call it, right? Like some weird ritual, like, okay, schedule the vote for the speakership as soon as we swear them in. Let's see where their allegiance falls. Some weird shit, right? Man, I would cuss Pelosi out to her face. Never mind voting for her. Like, they got no shame. They really don't, man. I can fucking guarantee you if Madeleine Albright was running for Speaker of the House, they would vote for that bitch. Yeah, you know it. You know it. You know it. You know it. Tony, not one damn concession. Not one. They didn't even ask for, I don't know, like a bag of potato chips in exchange for their vote. Nothing. Nothing. Like, zero. By the way, you know what's funny? People were thinking that it was a ruse. They were thinking like, oh, AOC. They agreed that AOC would not vote for Pelosi because she's taken heat. And that would kind of offset some of the force the vote criticisms and get her some slack, right? Cut her some slack. Meanwhile, everybody else will vote for Pelosi, all the while still guaranteeing that she becomes Speaker of the House. And AOC gets to offset some of that criticism. No, don't worry. As we saw, they all came back and they fucking voted for Pelosi. they weren't even trying to hide that shit from you. They weren't even trying to hide it. They don't care. They don't care. It's just, yeah, okay, we're all voting for her. Fuck you, goodbye. Unreal. They got no shame. Zero shame. Tony, I just read your super chat. Again, not one damn concession. I'm not seeing M10 Berserk super chat, unfortunately, but I thank you for it nonetheless. It says message retracted. I don't know why. The Whip Sport stock fan number 3 says, as Biden, the neoliberals are coronated. Operation Demon Slayer has begun. I'm not familiar with that one. Hashtag fuck the fraud squad. Big ups to Richie, Jimmy, Fiorella, and co. I appreciate it. I appreciate it very much. By the way, we'll get back to this forced to vote controversy in a second. Unbelievable there's controversy around this, but there is. Anna, thank you very much for your donation. I really appreciate it. Italian Stallion says that's the joke. AOC not only voted against forced to vote, but she fought hard against it. The founders fought a war over less than what we put up with today. It's sad people put up with this stuff. Yeah, I actually always draw this parallel, right? Being British. It's what was the slogan again? No taxation without representation, right? That's the original rallying cry. That's the original fuck the British. We need independence. Because why? No taxation without representation. Okay. But now the government you have now is I mean, it's doing the same shit. You could argue it's even worse, right? You could argue it's even worse given how much workers produce, how much wealth inequality skyrocketed. You still don't have healthcare, even though you're technically like the richest country on earth. It's absurd, right? It's really absurd. And I think it's vomit-inducing how you have people that are masquerading. Again, I call them the boutique left, right? Who are masquerading as progressive or leftist, and they are fine with this. They think that this is okay. Like, yeah, you can wait for healthcare. Just shut up and wait. There's a plan, and they don't even want to tell you what that plan is, right? It's just, forced to vote is not the time. Be quiet. No, it doesn't matter if there's a pandemic. Later. Like, their whole job is to keep, people acquiescent, essentially, right? Pacify them. No, you deserve better than that. Every single human being deserves healthcare. Every single human being deserves a good wage. Every single human being deserves dignity. This is horseshit. You shouldn't tolerate this. Denise says, for the least popular politician to win, tells me Pelosi has a firm grip on the Democratic Party because she rules them through fear and money. Right. So I think you're referring to the fact that she has a 20% favorability rating. What is it? 20% last time I checked. Christ. I mean, what is that? Worse than Trump? Probably. That's saying something. Right? That's saying something. I mean, again, man, I don't know. I don't know how she is controlling the squad, if you will, whether it's fear or money or whatever. But, I just want to point out again, Ilhan Omar's tweet when she says unbought and unbossed. That's almost worse. Like, if you were being paid to vote for her, you are getting money for that at least, right? Like that's bribery, that's corruption. It's completely wrong. But if you're telling me that you're not bought and you're not boss and you are still fucking voting for her, I mean, you're just a dunce. You're an idiot at this point. I don't know what to say. Of course, it's horseshit. They're looking out for their careers, man. Don't get it twisted. All right? Don't get it twisted for 1 second. But like to claim that's even more hilarious. I mean, you just self-owned right there. Really. You self-owned by saying that. Neil. Thank you, Neil says AOC is a lifestyle brand. Hasn't done anything. Yes. I love that. Someone said that to me as well. She is a lifestyle brand. She really is. Look, man, all power to her, all power to the squad, all power to these newcomers, if they would get shit done. It's one thing to celebrate politicians that have actually ameliorated your life, that have, given you substantive change, like, wow, healthcare or better wages, right? Cleaning up your environment, racial justice and equality. I mean, even then you shouldn't stand politicians, But still, you could point to something and I'd be like, yeah, shit, that's good. No, they're giving you fuck all, zero. Like, name one policy that they've followed through on. Just one. Can you name one? I can't. Their lifestyle brand. Their whole job is to fucking pacify people. The sheep herd them back into the Democratic Party, right? Oh, it's so bad, man. It really is. New Beginnings. Thank you very much for the donation. I appreciate it. Maui Bill says, hey, Poppy, I did a Patreon last episode, but you closed before I got a crab dance, so I'm waiting. Fuck the squad. Definitely coming right up. Coming right up. Sometimes that happens. I don't catch it, and I've already ended the stream, and I always feel terrible about that. So thank you for reminding me. I appreciate it. I actually think, hold on a second. I actually think we got a couple more, if I'm not mistaken. We got 2 more people to sign up on Patreon. We got Hernan, and we also got Glenn. So I'm going to play this crab dance just for you guys. Thank you so much for supporting the show.
Clap for that, you stupid bastard.
Corn Pop was a bad dude, and he ran a bunch of bad boys.
Listen, fuckhead, you have fucking crossed the line, claiming I'm the enemy. You got that, you goddamn son of a bitch?
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Good morning. Sunday morning.
Cut that bitch off.
Why you text in? Why? You're getting nervous, man. Calm down. It's okay. Okay.
Suck my dick and choke on it. I yield my time. Fuck you.
Yo, man, that ending is the best. That ending is the goddamn best. I love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting the show. According to my count, if I'm not mistaken, according to my count, we should be at 335. I need to correct that, but we're getting there, man. We're getting there. 15 more people, and we're going to hit our goal, and we get a brand new crab dance. Oh, boy. Y'all ain't ready for this, man. Hold on. What do I hear over there? I think we just got another one. Cinema Guerrillas just signed up as well. You know what's coming up, man. Another crab dance. Thank you so much.
Clap for that, you stupid bastard.
Corn Pop was a bad dude, and he ran a bunch of bad boys.
Listen, fuckhead, you have fucking crossed the line, claiming I'm the enemy. You got that, you goddamn son of a bitch?
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Good morning. Sunday morning.
Cut that bitch off.
Why you text in? Why? You're getting nervous, man. Calm down. It's okay. Okay.
Suck my dick and choke on it. I yield my time. Fuck you.
Yo, man, I love seeing that stream of crabs coming down in the chat. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for supporting the show. 336 now. This is amazing. The casual polemic says politicians and the rich are not the problem. 7 billion working class people on this planet. A working class that does nothing is the problem. People refuse to do what is right. Not sure that can be fixed. Well, yeah, I see what you're saying here. Like, basically that people outnumber the politicians. Yeah, but the problem is, man, you're forgetting there's the mainstream media brainwashing people into compliance, into becoming, into acquiescence, right? Yeah, people are begrudged by what's happening, but along come the boutique left and they sell you this fucking incrementalism shit and this fake false hope, right? This is what you're looking at right now, man. This is the second iteration of Obama, right? It's the it's the new version of yes we can, but not really. Okay, vote for us, by the way. And, we'll get something done. And then they'll jerk you off for like a couple more years and nothing's going to happen. That's the problem. So you have people selling incrementalism, right? That's the issue. And I mean, that's definitely, that's rich people funding the media, ain't it? They need people to become, to be pacified, to acquiesce, whatever term you'd like to use. But yes, I share the underlying sentiment, which is that people should organize, should mobilize, should unite. Definitely, yes, that's the whole point of direct action, of mass mobilization, and it goes against. Well, we could say hand in hand, right? Ideally speaking, of course, it goes hand in hand with actually getting people who actually represent you, real representatives into your government. But these sellouts, I mean, there's nothing to back them up with. They're going in there, getting co-opted, morphed, changed in a second. There's nothing outside on the streets, right, to shut shit down. I saw some meme. I don't know who posted this on Twitter. I think it was some girl talking about her boyfriend, and she was like, her boyfriend is French, and he was exclaiming how screwed up things are in the US and no one is burning shit down. Like, how do you expect things to change? Right? Because in France, you'll see a burning car and a lot of other burning shit when they have... Voilà, on brûle des caisses, quoi. Quand il y a des émeutes, il faut tout brûler, quoi. C'est comme ça. Okay? Yellow Vest America, my man Obi says, God damn it just scrolled up to the bottom. Okay. No more Nina Turner. No next progressive chosen one. We are done here. Tell Kalinske to shove it. Done with Dems. Look, man, I really like Nina Turner. I really do. But I have to agree with you. I mean, this idea that you can run inside the Democratic Party, because she's running as a Democrat, right? She's running for Congress now. She used to be a senator for Ohio, if I'm not mistaken, and now she's running as a Congress woman. Yes. Now, I know you're going to have people that say, well, look, man, you have to run in some areas. You're obligated to run inside one of the two parties because, you just look at the presidential elections, right? Green Party trying to get on the ballots. Good luck with that. Or third party. You saw how they screwed that just this time alone. But in general, you're going to have people arguing that, oh, you have to run inside one of the parties. No, man. I look, as well-intentioned as some people are, no. I mean, me personally, you're not going to catch me associated with the fucking Democratic Party, man. Or the Republican Party. Like, these are murderous institutions. These people, literally, to this day, right fucking now, motherfucker, like now, just voted for Nancy fucking Pelosi to be the Speaker of the House, right? And she's de facto the most senior ranking member in the party. This bitch is a war criminal. I don't want anything to do with that. I don't want a fucking D next to my name or an R next to my name. These people are scum. What the fuck? Like, be as progressive as you want to be. These people are completely diametrically opposed to anything you stand for. Everything. Every goddamn policy. What are you doing? What are you doing? Again, I'm not saying this like to Nina Turner. I'm just saying hypothetically. I mean, in general, I can do that. So, it's not happening, right? I want nothing to do with that. I would not be associated with that. No, disgusting, right? It's same Democratic Party, same Joe Biden came and bombed Syria, right? That sent 30,000 extra troops to Afghanistan, yeah? That just screwed you over. 41 out of 48 in the Senate just voted to screw you out of a $2,000 stimulus check, right? What the fuck you want to go? At that point, just go and be with the Republicans then. What's the difference? There's no difference between the two. We know there's no difference. It's a one-party state. It's horrendous, right? It's horrendous. So I don't want nothing to do with those parties, man. Elephants on Coke, thank you for the super chat, says, canceled my DSA membership. So in honor, take that $10 membership fee instead. Thank you, I appreciate it. But you'll spend it wiser than they ever would. Yes, probably because, that shit that they've been pulling. Again, we'll get to that in a second with the DSA and force the vote. Because, I wasn't planning on doing a segment on now, but it has to be done. So I appreciate the kind words very much. Thank you, Elephants on Coke. Silk Rock says, makes you wonder if the squad was invented as a distract and diffuse committee. Yeah, I mean, you have people who are saying that they're controlled opposition and, this and that. What? I don't know, man. Look, it doesn't matter to me at the end of the day. Like, even if you want to give them the benefit of the doubt and you want to play devil's advocate and you want to be like, oh, no, they're innocent. Dude, they're not good at their fucking jobs if they're just giving away leverage, right? That's no. Okay? No. So That's in the best case scenario. Like, they're perfect sweetheart angels and they're the nicest people on earth. Okay, that's really good. This is not how you get shit done. I mean, this is really way off from how you get shit done, man. Right? And that's trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. I think it's far more sinister than that, unfortunately. I don't think it's anything anywhere near that. Roger Meadows says, why should the people settle for incrementalism when the wealthy donors of both parties get their needs met instantaneously? Exactly. I said this earlier, man, like just an hour ago. I said, if you had people in Congress, you took away their health care, you made them live on minimum wage, they would bump up the minimum wage to $25. They would have Medicare for all passed before fucking midnight. And you know that shit. You fucking know that shit. Just remember how last week, Mitch McConnell and Chuck Schumer, right? All of a sudden, bipartisanship, they held a special reconvening, right? So they reconvened after the Christmas, so between Christmas and New Year's. Why? Because of the defense budget. Oh, priorities, man, of course. Oh, we got to come back in the middle of our Christmas break because of the defense budget. You think they do that for you? They meet the needs of their fucking friends instantaneously. They get their own needs met instantaneously. No, this is nonsense. What they're doing here, man. Nah, incrementalism. Nah. I mean, it's people are fucking dying, man. You know, it's not even a question of just like people taking a stance and one's dignity and not being played. No, people are literally dying. You got people, they can't go to a shrink. You got people who can't get operated on. They can't get their medicine. They can't do X, Y, Z. This is unacceptable, man. I mean, I would fucking lose it. Like, you know, if I were in their shoes, I would not let these people sleep. You remember AOC just campaigning outside Pelosi's office, right? That shit would be happening to this day until the shit gets passed. It ain't going nowhere. So there you go. Jorge says, hi, Poppy, watching from Mexico. Looking forward to that crab dance. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I think we got a couple of crab dances coming up in a second. I just want to make sure I get through all the donations because I know people have been waiting for a while. Give me just a sec. Chip Walker says, capitulation. They learned it well from Obi-Wan Bernie. Yeah. I mean, he taught them good. He taught them quite well. What a shame, man. What a shame. I mean, I don't know if you recall this, but I was saying this way back that even if Bernie Sanders were not president, right? Even if Joe Biden had taken the nomination like that, I mean, as it unfolded, he could have still gotten a lot of things done with the leverage that he has, with the movement that he built. Easily. I mean, can you name another movement like that in recent history? I can't. I think he had something very big on his hands, right? As he would say himself, a multi-generational, multi-ethnic, multiracial, people from all backgrounds and creeds, a giant grassroots movement. Yes. Use it. There we go. Name pronounced Deha. Thank you for the donation. Says, I was at the hashtag Force to Vote rally with Jackson Hinkle and the Action for Assange crew. Love your reporting as always. More power to you guys. Thank you so much for doing that. I can't remember who I was replying to. I think it was Adam who posted the video. But you guys were doing great, and I, like I said on Twitter, I'm with you there in spirit. Unfortunately, can't travel because of the COVID shit. But that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. The direct action stuff. You know me, and that's what I'm talking about, and that's what I want to see, man. Because this is what electoralism gets you. The whole fraud squad voting for Nancy Pelosi. Fuck that shit, man. I mean, this is completely disrespectful. So thank you to you guys. I mean, you're coming out and in the cold and in the middle of all this stress and still doing it. So respect and keep up the good work. Seriously. True free thinkers. Thank you for the super chat. It says the boutique left is far more dangerous than anything the Republicans can do, because they have the media, the academic, a vast Democratic voting bloc, and big tech to cover for them. Absolutely, man. They're so good at it too, right? Like, they never say shit that gets them in trouble. Again, I'm gonna get to the whole boutique life, man, because I'm one fucking rant and rage about these rant and rave about these motherfuckers, as I already have, but nonetheless, I'm gonna get to them in a second. And you're 100% correct. 100% correct, right? What is that phrase again? The devil you know is better than the one you don't. Something I'm probably butchered that, but you know, Republicans, and honestly, the Democrats, most of them, they straight up tell you, fuck you, no healthcare. Like, they tell you what they're about. There's no second guessing. They tell you, oh no, I'm not a fan of Medicare for all, right? Just like Nancy Pelosi over here. Look what she says. I'm not a big fan of Medicare for all. Hold on, I'm gonna zoom out so you can see that. Okay, you know what you're dealing with. But with the fraud squad and with the boutique left, they're like, oh yeah, of course, man. You know, we're all about healthcare, and you know, we think it's a human right, and we want everybody to have universal coverage. And oh, what's that? Force the vote? No, we can't do that. I'm sorry, it's not the time. It's not the right time. Why didn't you just come out and say fuck you, no healthcare from the beginning, so we know what you're about? Just save us the bullshit. No. They're far more dangerous. I 100% agree. Jerome Davis says America is the most crafty, corrupted superpower ever. The whole squad and Bernie were controlled opposition. Burn it all. No more voting for anyone. You got my vote. Amen to that, man. Amen to that. Honestly. Mohammed Afzal, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the lovely donation. Rebecca says, we love you. You and Katie Halper should collaborate. I was just talking to Katie Halper, by the way, about this fucking vote. I wish I could. I don't want to. We had a funny exchange about this, right? And she's great. I would love to collaborate with her. I think Katie's awesome. I think she's awesome. Ian says, yo, where has Rania Khalek been? Well, I mean, I seen her on Twitter, but I don't know, man. It's you know, it's Christmas holidays, Christmas break. Me myself, man, I wanted to stream, but I figured I better take a short break because it's going to be full steam ahead. Here we are, we're back on track. You know, we got the Assange thing tomorrow, and I mean, I'm sure Rani's still on, and yeah, I'm sorry I didn't stream more, but I figured everyone's on Christmas break anyway. I probably need a rest, you know, and it's okay. We come back rejuvenated and recuperated. Yes. Harden9 says Sanders, the squad girls, advocate. Hold on a second. I don't know what the dashes are. Advocate endless abortions, and I don't know what the other one is. Will never do anything to advance the economic causes they claim to believe in. Okay, so yeah, again, they talk a good one, right? Oh yeah, we have to tax the rich, and AOC's making shirts. Did you see those sweaters she made? Tax the rich. $65. I mean, I don't know if she noticed, but like, yo, people need that fucking stimulus money, man. And I don't know if she knows this, but with $600, you can't buy a lot of tax the rich sweaters from her merch. So I'm just saying, you know, if no, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I'll show you the merch afterwards. But you know, yeah, they talk a good one, but they don't do what they're supposed to do. Default says primary from the left, the fraud squad. I wish, you know, it will be. I'll tell you something, man. I'll tell you something. It would be awesome, you know, in a utopia, if all of these progressives in Congress got primaried by actual leftists who are not going to fold once they get in. But again, this is a flawed strategy, man, because you're going in with no balls. You're going in with no ammo. And where do you get that from? You get that from the people, right? The people running Congress, Wall Street, They're afraid of general strikes. They're afraid of rent strikes. They're afraid of debt strikes. That's how you get them. And if you don't have this groundwork ready to go, it don't matter how many people you elect into Congress. They'll find a way to co-opt them. They'll find a way to appease them and placate them. It's risky, man. It's risky. You got to do both. You can't have one and not the other. You feel me? So yeah, will be nice though. Greg says, I tagged you on @FightForM4A tweet rubbing the force to vote Cruz nose in Pelosi's re-election and asking if we are ready to join them. I have not seen that because my notifications are like a minefield. I don't like, I can't keep up, but hold on. I'll try and look for that. Hold on. Let me copy the handle over here. I appreciate it though. I appreciate it very much. You guys know I can contact me, right? With my email. So, Matt says politics is theater. Progress needs mass movements. That's what I'm saying, baby. That's what I'm saying. That's it, man. Mona Mango Cream. Oh, it's Mango Cream now, is it? Mona says, oh, speaking of, I need you to collab with Slow News Day, Glory. Yeah, okay, I will, as long as Glory doesn't throw me none of those fuck, marry, kills anymore. Jackson and Krish, make my dreams come true, Richie. I know you're busy, but that'd be awesome. I'll try my best, Mona. I will try my best. You know I will for you. TM says, Skid Mark Squad, not bought, not bullied. But why? Because they're owned right out the gate. Again, man, I mean, even if you want to take the squad at their word, again, I'm showing you this tweet over here from Ilhan. Unbought and unbossed. Girl, why would you vote for Pelosi then if you are unbought and unbossed? Because clearly something is up over here. If you are unbought and unbossed and you still voted for Pelosi, I mean, I don't know what's going on. That's a self-own. That you should not be proud of that. Mona Mango Cream says, oh, and Franco from Frank Analysis. How about the little guys, Richie? You're growing so much. So proud of you. You would love Franco. I'm not sure. Hold on. I know people's faces better than their names. Let me look up Franco. And thanks for the collab suggestions. I've always told you guys, tell me who to bring on the show all the time. So I appreciate it, Mona. Thank you. And hold on, I'm putting all these over here so I don't forget afterwards. Thank you, Mona. By the way, the force to vote thing that they're doing in DC now, that was organized by Jackson, right? So we'll talk about that in a second because I really like that. Piano Man, I appreciate the sticker. Thank you. And Gina says, drink some water, Richie. Thanks for covering this. Thank you for reminding me. I forget, so I appreciate it. Don't worry, I haven't had a full meltdown yet because these motherfuckers, what they've been doing to Jimmy, and oh man, I'm thank you for reminding yours truly. Denise says, a liked, subscribed, and now a patron. Bless you, Denise. Bless you. AD Lieutenant of Tone Police. Do you work for TYT? Sends a $10 donation. I appreciate it. Neil says, I vote Brzezinski for Pinata. Yeah, again, we get, when we get to 1,000 patrons, then we will have this vote. And man, you know I'm a man of my word. We're going to have that Pinata. It's coming, man. It's going to be beautiful. And when I finally smash it open, Reaper drones will fly out in true imperialist fashion. Oh man, that's gonna be hilarious. Gwen says, I blame TYT. They could have supported Medicare for all for real instead of just their bullshit. Yeah, I mean that's one indictment among many. They could have also done some more coverage of Assange, right? Instead of doing some fucking 10-minute video. And then Anna blocked me, right? She blocked me when I pointed that out. She didn't like that because she was pretending that, oh, we've advocated for Assange. Really? Yeah, you have. Look, man, it's not a dick measuring contest. You're just fucking lying. You're lying. I know the journalists who covered that hearing. I know the activists who were waiting outside at 5 a.m. that you weren't fucking there. You didn't do shit for Assange. So don't come around and lie for trying to pretend like you did it or lifted a finger. You didn't do shit. Shut the fuck up. Don't insult the work that countless people, literally countless people are putting in, day out to free that man and to protect press freedoms. You didn't do shit. And you should be ashamed because of the platform you have, the money that you have. You should be fucking ashamed that you didn't do more. You call yourself home of progressives, home of jagoffs. Actually, that's not true. This is Team Jagoff over here. No, but they're really despicable with that. I don't accept that. I can name tons more people, man. Like Eric, for example. What is he? He's 92. I forget what age he is, but he's really old and it's super sweet. That guy is out protesting for Julian Assange. I mean, all the time, man. Like you're gonna come and pretend like, oh yeah, we're advocates for shut the fuck up, man. You don't know jack about nothing. So I do blame TYT in many regards. Again, I'm going off on a few tangents, but it's good nonetheless. Ripster Win says no serious socialist would run as a Democrat. I concur. Anthony says, hi, saw some Assange solidarity meetups organized in the US. Are there any London events for the verdict tomorrow? So again, I don't know if there's anything. I don't know if there's anything specific for tomorrow. I'm imagining there is, but because of the COVID lockdown, it's tough, man. Because even back in September, October, they were making it super difficult, especially for Assange activists to do anything. I know that Juan Passarelli, who's he's been with WikiLeaks for like 10 years, filming them. He's going to be outside the court, outside the Old Bailey, live streaming. But I don't know about anything else. Usually when they do vigils for Assange, it's like on Saturdays, right? So if I hear anything, I'll post it on Twitter. I will share it and make sure you follow there. But as far as I know, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be people outside the court for sure. That I can tell you that. But other than that, I'm not sure. Dunny Nunn says, Peter Joseph from the movement side guys keep saying, that nothing will change within the system. We need a new system and a new form of activism. Well, again, comes back down to the root issue, right? Incrementalism versus incrementalism and electoralism, I would say, versus direct action and mass mobilization, right? Oh, it's not the right times. Yeah, this is boutique activism. This is boutique bullshit. What they're doing, TYT, what they're doing, these progressives, this is not acceptable. People are dying. I don't tolerate this. So 100 and Mondian, thank you, says Nina seemed to be one of the few to survive Bernie's disaster, but then she took that Goldman Sachs money to give Kasich a sweetheart interview. Are we forgiving that now? I don't know anything about that. Honestly, I don't know anything about that. But what I will say, as I said before, 10 minutes ago, running inside the Democratic Party, man. No. Even Bernie Sanders is an independent. I know he caucuses with Democrats, but just remember that. Just remember that. Yeah. Although, practically speaking, in reality, he's a fucking Democrat. Let's not get it twisted. Neil says via Grayzone, DSA convention had people from NED, the National Endowment for Democracy, the CIA cutout, which funds Bellingcat and other shit. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Joe says, I was in DC this weekend. Good to see everyone. Thank you for going. Every city needs that level of direct action. Gilets jaunes and gilets noirs time. Shut this country down. Gilets jaunes is yellow vest in French, right? 100%, man. Mary, thank you for the donation. Mona says, I got Glory Jones back for you, Richie. I sent her and Steve 2 FMK on their Q&A. I got your back. Fine. Thank you, Mona. Colin says, please bring Jackson on the show. He's the real deal. Yeah, I really like this direct action they've been doing for Force the Vote because, I mean, dude, go and compare what AOC was doing, these sit-ins in front of Pelosi's office when she first got elected and what she's doing now. If she had kept that same energy up we might be seeing results. So they're not doing it anymore. So, you know, it's always been more effective. And if they're not doing it, it's down to us. And I don't know what the restrictions are in the US though. Can you travel? Because, you know, like in the UK, what they tried to do is they had like different zones of lockdown in the same country, right? So you couldn't go from one zone to the other. And I don't know how hard they made it to get to DC to do this sit-in for Forced to Vote, but it's good work. It's good work. M10 Berserk says, thoughts about the Trump tapes. Also, please bring Qasim Rashid and Shahid Buttar. I had Shahid on the show. I had him when he was running. Once again, let me just write down Rashid over here so I don't forget. What the Trump tapes? Which Trump tapes exactly are you talking about? I'm losing track over here. Are you talking about the ones with the piss tape from 4 years ago? I mean, I must be out of the loop. I must be out of the loop right now. Hold on a second. Oh, okay. Yeah. You're talking about the votes and overturning the election. This is from a few hours ago. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not well versed enough to talk about it now, so I can't say anything about that. I've been busy covering this shit. I sat through the whole goddamn vote, which took like 3 hours. So I'm not familiar with this. I can't speak on that just yet. But thank you for telling me about it because we want to stay up to date. So thank you very much. Wicked, thank you for your donation. Evie Storm says you should follow Whitney Webb. Great reporting. I know Whitney. She reached out to me a couple months ago. Time is flying, man. But she is wonderful. She's great. I should definitely bring her on the show sometime. AD Lieutenant of Tone Police says AOC's new slogan is bring the fuck us. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure about that because according to AOC, swearing is violence. We're going to get to that in a second. Okay. Again, I told you guys, I love you and I want to read all your super chats before I get to the new segment. So we will in a second. Felicia Woods, thank you very much. Says, I made this determination before today, but I'm not voting for, giving money or time to a Democrat ever again, not even locally. That includes Nina Turner. Wish her the best, though. I respect that, and I share your sentiment. I mean, again, I'm not a U.S. citizen, but, like, man. Yeah, I wish her the best, but, I mean, you're not getting anywhere in that party, man. You're really not. And there's a lack of organizing. There's a lack of groundwork, as I keep saying, right, for direct action that needs to precede or at least accompany and complement electoralism. You can't just do one and not the other. You feel me? You got to have both. You got to have both. And severely lacking. And I say this, I don't just say this hypothetically. I've told you, I don't know how many of you have been here, for how long you've been following the channel, but you know, since the beginning, I've been telling you guys about your own history. You go look at United States history. This is real. This existed. You had big movements, mass mobilization, workers, socialists, doing shit like this, doing general strikes. That's how they got things accomplished, right? So this is not hypothetical. This is real. This is based off of history. And this is not just the United States. You can go and look and find these examples in other countries. In France, for example. All right, so it's not hypothetical. This is real stuff. It worked. And that's why they worked so hard to dismantle it, right? They worked very, very hard to dismantle these organizations, you know, anything that actually grabs Wall Street by the balls and politicians by the balls. Yeah, they did a very good job at that. The Natural Progressive sends a thank you heart sticker. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, just before we get to I'm trying to open the other super chats over here. You guys are so kind and generous. I really appreciate it so much. Bless you. I'm really grateful. 13 Moons, thank you very much for the lovely donation. It says keep it rolling, and hopefully more will become aware of this foul, you know what. Fill in the blank with whatever cuss word you want. Michael says, Ayo, if swearing is violence, I need a dozen life sentences. If I could write comedy like that, I'd be balling. It is comedy, man. It is comedy. They're taking you for a fucking ride. And I'm going to get into that in a second with AOC and all this latest nonsense. Marissa says, it's been so great to see your channel grow in the last year. Happy New Year and keep up the great work. Bless you, darling. I really appreciate that. And I couldn't have done this without you guys. Seriously. I mean, yo, like, speechless. You take my breath away. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I'm very grateful for everything. I'm truly blessed. So thank you so much for that. Daniel says, thanks for covering Julian and the boutique left. My pleasure. I mean, not exactly my pleasure because these are very upsetting topics, but I think the point is well taken. I appreciate it. And Andrea says, Happy New Year. Looking forward to a great year of your reporting. This shit is hitting the fan. You know it is. You know it is. And don't worry, we're going to be right here. We're going to be right here. Ain't none of that, you know, boutique left nonsense getting a pass. None of it. None of it is getting a pass. None of it is getting a pass whatsoever. So, wow, guys, we got a whole bunch of new Patreons, or patrons rather is the correct term, right? So we got Drew, Andrew, Phaedra, and Matt. Thank you guys so much for signing up to support the show. I'll play one crab dance and then we're going to move on to the next segment and we'll get right to it. Thank you again so much for supporting the show. I really appreciate it. I love you guys.
Clap for that, you stupid bastard. And Corn Pop was a bad dude. And he ran a bunch of bad boys.
Listen, fuckhead, you have fucking crossed the line. Claiming I'm the enemy. You got that, you goddamn son of a bitch?
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Good morning. Sunday morning.
Cut that bitch off.
Hey, why you texting? Why? You're getting nervous, man. Calm down. It's okay. Okay.
Suck my dick and choke on it. I yield my time. Fuck you.
Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? I can't wait to show you the new one. So if I'm not mistaken, y'all give me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec right over here. I'm just trying to double check. I'm getting lost. Damn it. This phone is too slow. I'm trying to double check the latest figure. Wow, we are at 341 patrons. We're 9 people away from hitting the goal? No way. I need to update this goddamn graph, man. I need to update it. This Joe Biden sniffing the thermometer. I said we should turn it into an oil rig, or rather, those thingies, you know, the oil pump thingies. We're almost there. I'm going to update that number. We're at 341. I love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting the show. Once again, patreon.com/PapiChuliman. And again, this is not just about me. This is not just about my content, my reporting, but definitely go sign up on rockfin.com because everybody's there. Jimmy Dore is there now. Status Coup, Convo Couch, Nico, man, you name it. All the leftists are moving there. And once again, there's no censorship nonsense, and it's great. It's great, and I like it particularly because you saw the bullshit that big tech was pulling with this Hunter Biden story. I mean, that's just one example. Look at, man. I'm gonna go on a couple of tangents right now because it's so annoying. Look at what YouTube's been doing for the last couple of years to people who report about Syria, for example, right? To people who debunk the Russiagate nonsense, right? To people who report about Israeli war crimes. You know already, not for me. You don't have to take my word for it. You know already with Jimmy Dore. You know already with everyone. Like, we got to put like special characters in the title and shit. And like, you can't even write the word Syria. Like, I can't even put my country's name. You can't do that on PayPal either, by the way, right? Like, this is fucking ridiculous. That is fucking ridiculous. So, you know, I mean, regardless, please decentralize. We cannot stay on these platforms forever, like on just, putting all our eggs in one basket with YouTube. No. This is not smart. So anyway, rockfin.com/RichardMedhurst. You'll find Graham Elwood there as well, Ron Placone. And like I said, it's the same content. You're going to find the same videos. I'm live there right now, just like I'm live on YouTube. So anyway, let's get into the next segment. Boy, where do we begin with this shit? I mean, there's so much to say. There is so much to say. So I'm just pulling this up on where did she go, man? God dang it. I love the impromptu segments. You can you can watch me trying to find a bunch of links live as we go about it. Here we go. I found one, and get ready for the next one. Okay, so okay. Here we go. All right. So you guys know that Jimmy Dore started the Force the Vote movement, right? That House progressives, they need to leverage their vote for Nancy Pelosi as Speaker of the House in exchange for the bare minimum. Just give us a vote on Medicare for all. That's it. Just give us a vote. Like, you know what I liken this to? The people that are attacking this, which is again the boutique left, people like Ryan Grimm or Nomiki, right? Or Anna, or Sam, Seder, whatever his name is. Again, first of all, they're bad faith actors. It's ironic that they call Jimmy a bad faith actor. They're bad faith actors because they're making all this about him instead of Medicare for all. Like, people are fucking dying. They don't have health care, and you're focusing on Jimmy Dore. What? No, you're acting in bad faith. Nonetheless, these people, okay, they've been attacking the strategy, right? And viciously. And they think that, it's not going to work. And they think that it's detrimental to the left. You know what I think of that? What I think when I hear that? This is like a child who's too afraid to ask to go to the bathroom. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? You don't have the bare minimum respect, like, for your own self, never mind your fellow citizens that are being deprived of mental health care, physical health care, anything. I mean, medication for diabetes, counseling, all of these things that are dental, vision, all these things that are covered under universal health care in other industrialized countries, right? What is wrong with you? You're too scared to ask for a vote? A vote? It's, it's not even like, oh, I demand this fucking policy because it's the moral thing to do. It's the ethical thing to do. It's the just thing to do. It's even economically viable, right? Because you're getting ripped off. The government is getting ripped off. And I mean, meaning you're getting ripped off. It's your tax dollars. No. It's like, oh, we should not do that. We shouldn't even bother to even ask to have a vote. How dare the peasants ask for a vote? What are you, a child? You're too afraid to say, miss, can I go to the bathroom? What the fuck? What is wrong with you? Like horrible. This is the boutique left, right? Oh yeah, we want healthcare, but we're not going to force a vote. Yeah, we're against the wars, But, you know, we got to put sanctions on all these countries. We support sanctions on China, on Iran, you name it. Oh, yeah, you know, we need new leadership in the Democratic Party, but I don't know who could replace Pelosi. It can't be me, as AOC says. Really? You know, as shitty as AOC is right now, she'd be better than Pelosi. A fucking shoe would be better than Pelosi. Okay? A cable, a wire would be better than Pelosi. Yes. So these people have been viciously attacking Jimmy. They've been viciously attacking, you know, anyone who dares question them. And by the way, when I said they pretend to be against the wars, that's not even true in most cases. If you look at Nomiki, right? She blocked me. I think I told you guys about this, right? I got blocked in the same week by Anna Kasparian, by Nomiki Kunst, and I forget the other one's name. Francesca, I think is her name, also from TYT. Because I called them out on their bullshit. Like, I mean, Francesca is starting out with like bringing up some fucking jihadist, Al-Qaeda sympathizer that Jimmy Dore rightfully called out. And that has nothing to do with Medicare for All. Anna Kasparian, you know, she's pretending to care about Assange. She hasn't done jack fucking shit for Assange. Nothing. Hasn't lifted a finger. I was there. I saw the activists who were queuing up in the morning, you know, 5, 6 in the morning in the cold, in the rain, to let me and other observers in, other journalists in. They were putting in work for Assange, for press freedoms, doing that fight. You didn't do shit. You're sitting in 2 studios. You got millions of dollars. You're nice and comfy in Beverly Hills in LA. You didn't do shit. Shut the fuck up. Don't insult those people and their work. Don't insult the other journalists, Mary, Tariq, Mohammed, Kevin, Joey, too many to name, right? I mean, albeit not so many of us, we're like a dozen, right? But don't insult their fucking work. You didn't do shit, and you fucking know that. Your 10-minute video, that's not lifting a finger for Assange. I called her out on that, and she blocks me. And then Nomiki, she's actually, you know, banging the war drums for intervention in Libya. What? And she still won't apologize for that. She still thinks that she is right in that. She still thinks that, you know, destroying Libya was okay. Again, you know, you want to look at I think Ben Norton posted the tweets. Like, she wasn't saying, it wasn't implicit or, you know, or sly or something. No, she's straight up saying, yeah, it's good that we bombed Gaddafi, you know, that we intervened. Okay, warmonger. So AOC comes up, right? And look what she has to say over here. This is very funny. I'm just trying to pull up the window so you can see. Again, this is a little bit all over the place because these people are all over the place. All right. This is what AOC says. So she's going on a whole ass thread over here about, you know, how wonderful her PAYGO exemption is and all this nonsense. And she says, and to be 100% honest, it was hard during this to be targeted and marked as some sellout enemy of the people over a late tactical disagreement over one floor vote. Also, a bummer to see figures excuse comments like fuck her and fuck anyone who protects her. That's not tone. That's violence. Really? Really? Madam Congresswoman? Really? Are you sure about that? Look. First of all, go fuck yourself. Okay? That's not violence. Yeah, okay. We can agree that, you know, you have physical violence and then verbal abuse, right? You can verbally assault someone. Yes, you can be abusive verbally. That's not it. Do you understand that? Those two things are not the same. What's really violence is voting for someone like Nancy Pelosi, who perpetuates violence, who literally covers up drone killings of civilians, American and non-American. That is literal fucking violence. Those are war crimes. You voted for that woman right fucking now, today, 2 hours ago. You fucking bitch. And you want to come and talk here about violence. You voted for a woman that covered up George Bush's fucking waterboarding and torture programs. That is literal fucking violence. Literal violence committed against people of color. Have you read what Assange published? Have you read the WikiLeaks disclosures? That man who's on trial, man, I can't even speak. I'm so pissed off. His fucking verdict is tomorrow morning. Innocent men being kidnapped by the fucking CIA and waterboarded for months. That is literal violence. And that fucking bitch that you just voted for today helped perpetuate that violence. And you're angry because Jimmy Dore said, fuck you? Fuck you, bitch. You ain't got no moral high ground. You're a U.S. Congresswoman. You work at the most disgusting institution and establishment on this planet. You see that fucking globe behind me right there? You see it? You work at the most disgusting fucking building on that planet. The U.S. Congress. You spend fucking billions killing people. You just voted for a war criminal named Nancy Pelosi, who is so fucking evil she won't even give her own citizens health care. Never mind bombing and killing other people abroad, justifying torture, letting these neocons run wild. How fucking dare you talk about violence, you fucking bitch? How dare you? If you can't stand the heat, get out of the frying pan. You're a politician. What did you expect? You're not delivering on campaign promises. People are fucking dying, man. They ain't got no health care. Denying your own people health care, that's violence. That is violence. You are enabling people who commit violence against their own citizens, against people all over the world. You want to come here and talk about violence, you motherfucker? Fucking tone policing, pony prancing motherfuckers. What a bunch of diarrhea. Seriously. She wants to play the victim after she's helping to elect your abusers, my abusers, the abusers of people of color all over the world. Everybody just screwing over workers, right? Just screwing over people of color, just screwing over the global south. Everyone is being screwed over by the same elites. How dare you? How fucking dare you? Come and lecture people. Man, you know, this is all because of Jimmy Dore, because he was having some kind of Zoom conference or whatever it was with Katie, Brianna, and who else was there? I don't know. I can't remember everyone else. I think Ben Klippenstein, is that his name? Some journalist? His name escapes me, but evades me. But, you know, Jimmy started swearing. He started cussing. So what? He has a right to be pissed off. He has a right to be pissed off, man. You have not been through what that man has been through. You have not been through what other people have been through. You are not going through the same shit that people are going through right now. They don't have health care. They don't know where their next meal's coming from. They don't know where, they're going to get clothes for the kids. Nothing. You gave them crumbs. You didn't give them health care during a pandemic. You're enabling fucking war criminals, and you got the stones to come and talk about violence. And all of them, man. All of these fucking scumbags, you know, like, it's not just her, right? It's the whole boutique left. And they're media poodles. Just like the ones you see at TYT. Just like the ones that blocked me because they don't even know what to say to me. They don't even know what to say to me. Like, what is Anna Kasparian going to tell me about Julian Assange? What are you going to come tell me? What are you going to go tell the activists who are out every fucking Saturday for Julian Assange to protect press freedoms, to fight this imperialist extradition, this kidnapping of someone who challenged U.S. hegemony? What are you going to come tell them? You don't even cover foreign policy. You know your ass from your fucking elbow. What is that? I don't tolerate this man. You know, it's so easy to pearl clutch. They love pearl clutching. That's all they're fucking good at, you know? They come here and they're like, oh, good heavens. I can't believe you would conduct yourself in such a manner. It's rather unbecoming of you. Yo, you work at the fucking Capitol building. You literally go to lunch with murderers, with the most corrupt people on earth. What are you talking about? You're afraid of a few cuss words? Again, man, I always told you this, right? I always told you about this. How I find it so hilarious. You got people dressing up in suits, right? They put on nice jewelry. they come in and they refer to each other as the right honorable gentleman, right? The right honorable lady, Madam Speaker. They try to put on this facade of politeness, right? In the same chamber where they are deciding to murder people, to enact coups, to starve children with sanctions, to rob their own citizens of healthcare and good wages, to siphon off all this money to corporations in the same building, the same people. And then they put on nice fucking suits and they call each other right honorable gentlemen. What? It's a facade. It's a fucking joke. You are the last people on earth who should be treated with politeness. You're fucking scum. You're murderers. All of you. You are corrupt. You work at the most corrupt establishment on the planet. You are owed no civility, bitch. You are owed nothing. You are public servants. And you are not doing your jobs. If you were doing your jobs, yeah, we could make a case then that maybe people should not be hurling insults at you. But when you run on shit that is, people's lives are depending on that, and you don't deliver, and you're enabling the same goddamn system. No. And you want to come here and talk about violence? Get the fuck out of my face, man. They're so silver-tongued. They're so good. They're so good, man. Really, you got to give them props, right? Especially the ones that are in Congress. The media poodles, they're not so good at it. So, what's that other thing that I wanted to show? Man, I'm telling you, there's a whole barrage of this. There's a whole barrage of, oh yeah. Yeah, here's a good one. So, that's just one aspect of it. That's just one aspect. You want to talk about Nomiki, right? Let me show you something over here, which is going to make you laugh. I think Nico posted this, right? Hold on, let me pull up that tweet. Yeah, there we go. So, look what she's been posting. She's saying Jimmy Dore is funded by Steve Bannon. What? What the fuck does that even mean, man? What does that even mean? Like, she's just literally making shit up. She deleted that, by the way. she deleted that shit. She did. This is so funny, man, because not only are they exposing themselves as fucking frauds, that they want to make the whole conversation about every goddamn thing in the world except Medicare for all, except pressuring politicians. It's not just that. They can't even get their smear straight, right? One second they're saying, oh, you're funded by Bashar al-Assad, by the Syrian president, right? She was saying that about Jimmy Dore. And now she's saying Steve Bannon is funding him. What? Hold on a second. Let me get this straight, man. You're telling me that the Syrian president and Steve Bannon have come together to fund Jimmy Dore to get Americans health care. Wow. I mean, even if this fucking fairy tale were true, I don't think it has the intended effect that you want it to have, right? Because they seem to care more in your hypothetical story tale about Americans having fucking healthcare than you, bitch. What do you say? What is... I mean, this is ridiculous, right? This is absurd. I think drunk tweeting is an understatement. And I want to address another thing, by the way. Just let me get a sip because I'm dying of thirst, man. Excuse me. So you hear people coming on and saying things like, oh, Jimmy Dore is a grifter. Actually, anyone who criticizes their beloved squad or, asks politicians to do their fucking jobs and deliver on their campaign promises, oh, you're a grifter. What the fuck does that even mean? What does that even mean? Jimmy Dore was reporting on Syria and the bullshit chemical gas attacks years ago when no one else was, right? He was debunking the Russia Gate shit with Aaron Matei years ago when no one else was. You want to tell me those videos get a lot of money? They actually don't. They hurt you, right? YouTube cripbles your channel. They start hiding your videos. They play with the algorithm. They demonetize your videos. They screw you. So how the fuck is someone grifting by covering topics that would not get you money, that would hurt you as a channel? I mean, according to these people's logic, Jimmy Dore, me, anybody who's pressuring these progressives from the left, we didn't have channels. We didn't have anything to say before like 2 months ago, basically. You know, before AOC came onto the scene, we had nothing to talk about, you know? I don't cover Julian Assange, right? I don't cover what's happening in Palestine and Syria and Latin America. And yeah, no. My whole channel is dedicated to AOC. What the fuck? I mean, these people are so goddamn lame. Like, seriously. They really are. It's like a child who's found a new word and they don't know how to stop using it, right? They learned a new word. Grifter, and then start just calling it. Anyone who disagrees with me, grifter. Get the fuck out of here, man. Really, I mean, you know, I'm astounded by this level of stupidity. And these people have spent fucking weeks now. Sam Cedar and Cenk and Anna and all of them, like they just keep on going after, you know, trying to character assassinate people. Why can't you just focus on Medicare for all, man? Like you keep telling us that, okay, this person is acting in bad faith, allegedly. You keep telling us this strategy does not work. What's your fucking plan? I still have not heard a single plan from any of these people about how they think Medicare for all will pass, how they want to get that done. Like, even if you want to entertain their nonsense, because once again, I remind you as, you know, an outside observer, right? You are the richest country on earth. You have all the means, resources, infrastructure, everything. You could give every single American healthcare and give healthcare to other countries as well. That's how much money you have. That's how much influence, power, resources, infrastructure, reach. That's how much fucking wealth you have. I don't tolerate this for one goddamn second. I just don't tolerate this. This is fucking horseshit. I don't tolerate it. I don't want to hear excuses. I'm not entertaining that because it is insulting people's intelligence to give them reasons in the richest country on earth why they cannot have something that all other countries have in the you know, so-called first world, right? This is ridiculous. I don't want to hear it. You're bullshitting me, and you're bullshitting others. I already have universal healthcare. I don't get anything from this. You know, I'm blessed. I'm fortunate enough. So I'm telling you this is possible. I'm telling you, you know, this is good strategy. This is what you don't want to listen. No. You can't have it. You got to wait. Wait. You're in the middle of a pandemic. What the fuck are you waiting for? You want more people to die? And again, I go back to my original point. Even if there was no pandemic, it was still unacceptable. Well, you think people don't have health problems when there's not a pandemic around? You have other epidemics going on at the same time, right? Opioid epidemic, male suicide epidemic. You don't think that needs treatment? People, you know, someone breaks their finger. They also deserve treatment. What is this ridiculous mentality, man? You sound like corporate Dems. Do nothing Democrats, as Trump would say. Although I hate that he came up with that, but it is quite descriptive. It is quite succinct. Anyway, I'm just so tired of these people, man. They're really like on some other shit. Dore is funded by sorry, wrong window. Dore is funded by Steve Bannon. What a pile of manure. Ugh. I mean, where did they even get this from? So anyway, man, you asked me, I think they're the ones acting in bad faith. They're the ones acting in bad faith. They're the real grifters, right? They're running what's the phrase I'm looking for? They're running a con? No. They're playing you, man. They're playing you, right? They're selling you incrementalism. You got to understand this shit, man. Like, you look at TYT, you look at their whole shtick. What is it? It's like, oh yeah, we support healthcare. We support all these progressive things. Oh yeah, we want progressives elected to Congress. But when it comes down to it, we ain't gonna lift a finger. No, we can't force the vote. We can't rock the boat too much. We can't upset the establishment. We can't do it the way that people want to do it. No. It's slowly, incrementalism bullshit, right? It's like drip, drip, drip. It's like a fucking addiction, man. They give you crumbs and keep leaning you down, right? That's how they make their money. That's how they stay in business. If tomorrow morning you got people showing up, direct action, you got people actually getting shit done, right? They're out of a fucking job because their whole gimmick does not work anymore. Oh, this idea we have to elect more progressives into Congress. Okay, great. How long is that going to take before you have a semblance of a majority? 50 years at this rate? You can't even get these people to vote as one block right now. Your whole point is that progressives will vote as one cohesive unit, right? That's the whole point. Where is it? I mean, apart from the fact they screwed you over voting for Pelosi today, yeah. But just look at Bernie Sanders. You got 3 members of the squad endorsing Bernie and then Ayanna Pressley going for Warren. Okay, that's not a vote, but they're split on that. Okay. And then at the end of the day, they all go to fucking Biden. Make up your minds. You can't support Bernie and progressive policies and then you go and rally behind a fucking neoliberal bastard. You can't say, oh, we want Medicare for all and we want Green New Deal, and then you go and vote for Nancy fucking Pelosi. These people are con artists, man. Their whole job is to talk the talk. They say to your face. And if they fucking lie to your face and make you clap and then they go and screw you. It's ridiculous, man. Boutique left. That's it. They're not interested in substantive change. And matter of fact, they have no incentive either. It's not just a cash thing, man. You have to understand that they're comfortable. They're comfortable. They're not hurting like others, right? What am I supposed to say, man? And the mere fact, the simple fact that they have spent the last fucking 3 weeks. I mean, I'm getting bored of this. Like it's not even funny anymore. It's just ridiculous. It's absurd. It's all they do is talk about Jimmy Dore. What, do you have a fetish or something? You have an obsession? It's fine, man. Just say you have an obsession, but get the fuck out of this conversation because that's not about Medicare for all. You're just bullshitting now. So, I needed to rant about that because they're so horrible, and they really do their job well, in a sense, right? They are very good at insulating progressives in Congress from real criticism, holding them accountable. That's how it works, right? AOC with Ryan Grimm over here talking about how fucking great their pay-go exemption is. And all this other nonsense. I mean, Christ. Was she elected to push a pay-go exemption? Can someone answer that? No, she wasn't. Can someone find me a flyer from 2018, where AOC had, I'm gonna get a pay-go exemption passed. If anything, you just fucking laid the red carpet out to force the goddamn vote. You're coming here and saying, look, we got a pay-go exemption. Now we don't have to, face Dems in Congress who are going to block Medicare for all or Green New Deal because we can't find the funding for it and all this stuff. And, we're not going to have this pay-as-you-go scheme. Wonderful. Great. So why aren't you forcing the fucking vote? You already got that done, right? You're saying this was the first hurdle to getting past. Then fucking do something about it. Do something with it, rather, right? Do something with it. Use it to your advantage. No. They voted for Pelosi gratos, right? No strings attached. Fucking hopeless, man. Hopeless. And these bad faith attacks, I mean, really, it's just, it's straight up smears, right? Dore is funded by Steve Bannon. Number one, that's bullshit. What the fuck does that have to do with Medicare for all? Nothing. Again, we're gonna stop now because I'm sick of these. I'm sick of these motherfuckers, man. They've really exposed themselves. I've been enjoying it in a sense because it's if anything, in the worst case, even though today was a complete letdown, even though today was, they cut their balls off and just handed them to Pelosi, all of them. Nonetheless, it's the great unmasking. The last 2-3 weeks, these people have exposed themselves. It's not even just about Medicare for all at this point. It's about coming up with any fucking excuse, any goddamn smear they can to attack the people that are trying to hold their elected representatives accountable and hold them to their words and their campaign promises. That has exposed them as being ill-intentioned, right? Bad faith actors, as they love to accuse others of being. They have spent 90% of their discourse, making it about personal attacks, complete utter fabrications. Nonsense. Rubbish. It's okay. It's okay. The battle may have been lost, right? But they have not won the war just yet. It's okay. The squad have exposed themselves, the newcomers as well, and I fucking warned you about them. These they're media poodles, who want to make this about Jimmy Dore, who want to bring up old beef because they're fucking stuck up and annoyed that he's more successful than them. They've exposed themselves too. Me, they wouldn't even engage me, man. Oh, they straight up blocked. I ain't got no shit to say to me. And that was very funny when she tried to play this elitist card with Jimmy Dore. Oh, Jimmy Dore, Mika, she's like, oh, Jimmy Dore, he doesn't have a background in politics. He doesn't know anything about political theory. He's just a peasant boy. He's just from the common folk, yes? Me, myself, I'm an educated lady. Yes, she literally tried to say that. Oh, Jimmy Dore doesn't have any political background. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's just an idiot. I'm paraphrasing, but it's almost verbatim. And I fucking smacked her down. I smacked her down. I mean, I'm not tolerating that because, if you're a leftist, first of all, what are you talking about? How dare you speak like that? The guy who picks up the trash, to the McDonald's worker, to the teacher, everybody's the working class. You need to show them all equal respect. All of them. They don't need a fucking college degree, or they don't need to be, I don't actually know where she went to school, but they don't need to have a former pass at the DNC, which he does. They don't need to have a political background like you're saying to be involved in the political process. That's the whole goddamn point, right? We don't want elites making the choices. You want workers, the people creating the labor, the wealth, the members of society, the vast majority of them making these decisions, participating in politics. That's the whole point. How can you talk like that? That's so disrespectful. That's so rude. That's so snobbish. I shut her ass down. I was like, yo, oh, you want to play the elitist card? All right, let's do it. My classmates, their parents are ambassadors. Their parents were heads of state. That's who I went to school with. I have a bigger political background than you. My whole family is United Nations. I lived around the world, peacekeeping missions. And Jimmy Dore is right, bitch. And you are full of fucking shit. You want to play the elitist card? Let's do it. I don't like that at all. I really don't like that snobbish shit. And then she blocked me, of course. So anyway, man, let's not give these people any more time. I think this was the grand culmination today with this House floor vote, having the squad finally rip off their masks because I think they've been given too many passes one too many times. So there you go. That's not even half the drama, right? That's not even half the drama. That's not even half the drama. But wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We have 900 people watching this. So that's such a blessing. That's such a blessing. If you have not hit the like button, I cordially, kindly invite you to do so because of the YouTube algorithm. It really helps with the video. Drop a comment, whatever. Interact. It helps a lot. So I just want to read your comments. Again, man, I wanted to do a piece about, a report about some more stuff, but it's already late. I got to get up early in the morning to do the Assange hearing. So I'm just going to read your last comments. And Writer's Block says the only Wu-Tang song that applies to AOC is Cream. Cash rules everything around me. Shikara says, good reporting. Your country's own. Not a single politician deserves praise. Even Tulsi turned around, endorsed Biden the terrorist. Good luck from Australia. I think Tulsi offered her endorsement to Bernie and he turned it down. That's what I heard. I didn't know that at the time, but that's what I heard. And yeah, it's a shame, man, that they have that as a contract too. You gotta endorse and support the nominee. I don't know why Bernie handcuffed himself like that. Neil, thank you very much. Says U.S. bombing of Syria and Afghanistan and Iraq equals free speech. AOC. Yeah, of course, man. Drew says they can't fake it to the Jimmy Tulsi left. Man, it's the way I see it, they've just embarrassed themselves beyond belief. I mean, this is really pathetic what they've been doing. Really bad. Not a good look whatsoever. Wolf in sheep clothing is more dangerous than wolf. Exactly. That's what I said a while back, a few days ago. 100%. 100%. That's what they are, man. Yair, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Thank you for the sticker. Piano Man as well. Thank you for the lovely sticker. I really appreciate it. Roger says, Medicare for all, free college, free IT training, setting the minimum wage to be above, calling public investment in poor and black and brown communities, puts military enlistment in peril. Now you're getting somewhere with the poor draft, yes, as they call it. Isn't that the nickname for it, the poor draft? So you're absolutely right, man. That's one of the ways that they get people to enlist in the military, right? Hey, we'll give you, what is it? 10,000? I think they offer you 10,000 or something. And then it turns out you only get like half of it. And then the rest comes after 2 years or something. I don't know. Someone probably knows this better than me. That's one of the scams that they do. Not to mention, yeah, they offer you healthcare and they'll pay for your college. This should not be an incentive to go and kill people. I mean, Noe Loza says other term, synthetic left by Khaled Maupin. Yeah. Same thing in essence, right? It is. Oh, Fraud Squad is trending. Good. I think I'm the first one who posted the video of all of them. I posted the video of AOC unmasking herself, right? When she did a whole mask off. So I'm wondering how far. I'm wondering where that video is now, but or how it's doing rather. Let me see. Trying to pull up my own Twitter. Again, I showed it to you, man. Right? So over here. Yeah, this is me. That's me after they voted for, after they did the big unmasking, right? The great unmasking. Yeah. Ocasio-Cortez, Pelosi. What a fucking sham. Rockin' Drew says most of the squad's decisions are now based on Twitter followers and ratios. God help us. Yep. They shouldn't be allowed to use Twitter accounts until they've enacted one policy. No clout until you give the people Medicare for all. All right? No clout until you get it done. So, hold on. I think I missed a few donations. Maybe I'm not sure. I'm just double checking over here. I think we're good. By the way, I got a couple new patrons on here. Check this out. We got Connie, the Natural Progressive, and You Have a Good Point. Thank you. I'm going to play Crab Dance for you guys. Thank you so much for supporting the show on Patreon. This is amazing. This one goes out to you.
Clap for that, you stupid bastard. And Corn Pop was a bad dude. And he ran a bunch of bad boys.
Listen, fuckhead, you have fucking crossed the line, claiming I'm the enemy. You got that, you goddamn son of a bitch?
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Good morning. Sunday morning.
Cut that bitch off.
Why you texting? Why? You're getting nervous, man. Calm down. It's okay. Okay.
Suck my dick and choke on it. I yield my time. Fuck you.
Wonderful. I love you guys so much. Check this out. We are at 344 patrons. Unbelievable. What do we start out at? 333? We got 11 new members, just like that. We're 6 members away from hitting our goal, man. I need to update the chart. Look at the chart. I need to update it, but it's not really a chart. It's a very it's a very badly done thermometer. We're at 344, man. We're 6 members away from hitting our goal, and then we get a brand new crab dance. Look, guys, when you sign up, I play crab dance for you, and that's how it is. So definitely please support the show. I'm gonna paste the links below. Patreon.com/PapiChudaman. Thank you so much for supporting indie media. And by the way, I remind you once again. Tomorrow morning, Assange, the verdict. So please make sure that pray for the guy, man. Pray for the guy. Keep him in your thoughts, and I'll be reporting on it live. So it's really a sad situation. It's really a sad situation that even if he gets a favorable outcome, that he will most likely still be in jail, right? Anyway, I need to go get some rest because it starts in a few hours, man, and it's heavy. So we'll see each other tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow we get the verdict, and I'll be live tweeting, and we'll be here again on YouTube afterwards. So thanks so much for supporting the show. I really appreciate it. This is how independent media stays independent. It's a one-man show over here. It's literally just me, man. So Venmo, CashApp, PayPal, just scan the QR code if that's good for you. And once again, I'm going to plug Rockfin because I think it's the future. Again, Jimmy Dore's there, Ron Placone, Graham, everybody, man. All your favorites are over there as well. Okay, so that's how serious this is. We're all doing this at the same time as YouTube, because we don't want to stay centralized on YouTube anyway. So there we go. Rockfin.com/RichardMedhurst. Again, you can make an account for free. Okay, don't cost you nothing. However, I'm just pointing this out for you. If you hit that red button, the one that says subscribe, you get everybody's premium. Jimmy's premium. Combo couch, everybody, the whole thing. It's like Patreon and YouTube in one, I guess. Anyway, so I'm definitely plugging that because we want to decentralize from YouTube, and that's it, man. Thank you so much for supporting the show. I think I remembered to say everything. Yeah, there's a GoFundMe also, but I don't know where the goddamn thing is on the screen. So give me a second, man. Give me a second to do it. There we go. I think we're almost at our goal. Aren't we almost there? I think we are. Look at that. Awesome. We're getting there, man. We're getting there. So thank you to everybody who donated. We got one from Rob Junot. I'm going to play crab dance for you, brother. And we also got 2 new patrons right now. We got Yair or Yair. Again, I'm hoping that I'm saying your name correctly. And Aid as well. So thank you guys so much. We're now at 346. Unbelievable. 4 members away. You guys are the best. Here's a crab dance just for you, baby.
Clap for that, you stupid bastard. And Corn Pop was a bad dude. And he ran a bunch of bad boys.
Listen, fuckhead, you have fucking crossed the line. Claiming I'm the enemy. You got that, you goddamn son of a bitch?
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Good morning. Sunday morning.
Cut that bitch out.
Why you texting? Why? You're getting nervous, man. Calm down. It's okay. Okay.
Suck my dick and choke on it. I yield my time. Fuck you.
All right, guys. I'm going to get some rest. See you tomorrow morning. Thank you so much for all your support. And fuck the fraud squad. Seriously, we're done. We were done a long time ago, but now we're done. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah. Be safe. Merry New Year. Happy New Year. And I wish you all the best. All right. Thanks for tuning in. And again, make sure you hit the like button. It helps with the algorithm. Thank you, Anthony, for the banana super chat. I saw it. I caught it. I got you. Thank you very much. Good night, everyone. Take care.